Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have a Salon Empties for you guys today. I usually don't film these so close together. I think it was just December when I did my last one, but I've shown you guys before. I have a drawer full of partial bottles of gel polishes that I sort of marry together when I get down in the new bottle. When I get about halfway into the new bottle, I'll marry it together with the old bottle, if that makes sense. So there's always a little bit left at the bottom, and I don't like to waste that product, particularly with the shellacs because they come in such a small size. So I did spend some time doing that the other day, so I have quite a few empty gel colors, which I know you guys love to see. So I thought we'd run through those quickly. I do have a couple of other things. I'll start with the other things first and we'll finish with the fun stuff. So I have an empty of the Babe eye pads. These are my preferred ones. They make two different kinds and I can't always seem to get these ones. Unfortunately, when I ran out of these ones, they only had the kind that I don't like. So I did have to pick those up, but I do watch for this white box because I do prefer these ones. These are the ones that I use when I'm doing eyelash extensions to protect the under eye. I've been trying to run through partial bags of things. So I had like a lot of partial bags of like nail wipes and different things. So I had these hands down ultra nail pads. They're the ones that they're circular and they have a little bit of a plastic backing on them that you're supposed to be able to hold onto. I don't really love them, but I don't hate them enough to waste them and throw them away, so I used them up just this last week, just kind of wiping like the final wipe. When I do a set of nails, I always wipe off the dispersion layer with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. So I just use these up in that way and I won't be purchasing those again. I do prefer, I have shop towels that I cut up that I prefer, and I use the 2x2 gauze squares as well. Those are just my preferred ones. I used up, this is the Satin Smooth Satin Cleanser. So this is the prep that you use before you wax. I just buy this in a small size. I don't do a lot of body waxing. Most of the waxing I do is eyebrows, upper lip, chin, that sort of thing. From time to time I do a bikini wax or a leg or something like that, but 9 times out of 10 I'm just doing the face. So I just buy the small bottle. And I've probably had this for a year, so I have repurchased it. I bought the small one again. Just seems to work well for me. I like that it's just got the little pop-up nozzle on it. So I really like this. I haven't found anything else that I like better. It doesn't have like an oiliness to it. It's very much like a water consistency, and that's what I prefer to cleanse the skin. I've got a couple of small pots of the clear Brisa gel. Brisa is my main gel line that I use on most of my clients. I do have a handful of clients that I use something different on, but most people are getting the Brisa gel. The only time I buy these small jars is when they're on sale and the big one isn't, or when I know the big one is going on sale, but I need enough just to get me through until I can get the big one. So I had a couple of these small ones. They're gone. I do always buy the large pot, and actually the large pot is on sale right now. So I have picked up a couple anyways. I'd like to at least pick up one more before the sale is done, but I've got a couple of the small ones. And then I've got one of the large size. So this is the size that I normally buy. I try to stock up, as I said, when they go on sale. I also have an empty, this jar is so dirty, I'm so sorry to even show it to you, but this is the Axiom Clear Overlay Gel. So I do use this from time to time when people want something encapsulated. The Brisa gel tends to be just a little bit cloudy on the nail, so it's not great for encapsulating. This gel in particular is very crystal clear. It's very thin, and with this you actually don't need to use a top coat. You can use this as your top coat so long as you're not buffing the top. So if somebody wants like a lot of big pieces of glitter sort of encapsulated, this is a product that I would use for that. I pick it up locally at Maritime Beauty. It's a good price and I don't run through it very quickly. I haven't replaced it yet, but I will for sure. I've got an empty of the doTERRA Holiday Joy. This is their holiday scent. I used this for the entire month of December. Everybody loved it. I even used it a little bit into January just because I knew it was almost gone. It has the most beautiful like cinnamon, nutmeg, orange kind of scent to it. Very festive, very warm smelling, very inviting. Clients really like this one. So I did use this one up. I probably will repurchase it next year over the holidays. It is like limited edition. You can only buy it over the holidays. I've got an empty of the Shellac Matte Top Coat. This is currently my preferred matte top coat. I like it a lot. I can, again, pick it up locally. It's very affordable. I don't have a ton of clients that do matte, but I do have a few that really, really love it. So this is the one that I use. I have heard a few people say that it's not matte enough for them, but if you wipe it with pure acetone at the very end, it's very matte, and that makes a huge difference. Shout out to my friend Cheyenne at Liquid Chrome Nails for teaching me that trick. I did not know, and it is an amazing trick. A couple more Salon Empties. I've got an empty of the pure white paint. This is my preferred method of doing the French. It just is exactly the way it sounds. It's a gel in like a paintbrush form. So I really like this. I've been using this to do the French for almost as long as I've been doing nails, so 14 years probably I've been using this specific product. I love it. I can freehand with it. I don't have to clean up the smile line after the fact. I find the brush is small enough that I can do that detail work just with this product. It's amazing. If you haven't tried this and you struggle with French, I highly recommend it. And then lastly for Briza products, I've got an empty of the Briza Bond. This is the bonder for the Briza gel system. I go through one of these for every couple of pots of gel that I go through. So obviously I've already repurchased this. Can't do Briza gel without it. Now I have all kinds of empty gel polishes. How fun. Okay, so this is where you get to see what colors are really popular, because these are the ones that are getting used up completely. So obviously I've got a black, so this is the Shellac Black Pool. This was a limited edition deluxe size. I wish they just sold it in this size. Sandy, can we just have shellacs in this size? It's so much more economical. It just fits better in my hand. I have large hands. It's black. What more can I say? I have a lot of clients that do black nails. Also, I use this a lot for doing nail art. Can't be without a black. It's very black. I've got two empties of the Cream Puff in the standard size. So this is their true white. It's their white. It's the one that you would use for French if you're doing a shellac manicure. I also go through a lot of this doing nail art, of course. I've got an empty of their gray. This is called Asphalt. It's a really nice deep gray, and it's got like a blue base to it, so it's very flattering. It has really nice coverage. It's very popular among my clients, especially the ones who like a black nail but don't always want to do a black nail. It's sort of a nice alternative. Along that same vein, I do a lot of navy nails. So this is the Shellac Midnight Swim. It's a beautiful navy. It's got a little bit of a green teal undertone, but it's quite dark, so you really only see that on the initial coat. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it. Really pretty. Yeah, very popular for winter. I find I do a lot of navy nails in the winter time. This one here I think was limited edition, so this is Garnet Glamour. I think this was a holiday color from a couple of years ago. It's a burgundy, but it's like a burgundy glitter. It's a nice accent nail if you're doing a set of burgundy nails and they don't want to necessarily do like a gold or a silver, because that can sometimes look very festive. So it's a nice sort of subtle accent nail on a flat burgundy set. It also is like good enough coverage that you could do a whole set with this, but it is limited edition. I did happen to have a backup on hand because I knew that this would be popular when it came out. Unfortunately, when that one's gone, they'll be gone. I've got an empty here of Masquerade. I actually went to use this one and it was completely dried out. It's like the brush is like hard. So it's been sitting for a while, obviously. I haven't had that happen. I think this is only the second time I've ever had that happen with a shellac, so I probably didn't have it closed really well, or I let it get a little gunky around the rim, but I did have a backup of this. It is a popular sort of burgundy tone, so I haven't repurchased it because I already had one. Another one that I'm done with is Decadence in shellac. This is a flat sort of berry tone. It's not terribly popular, but I do have a couple of clients that really like this one. It's a nice alternative to red as it has a little bit more of a pink base to it. I've got a couple of nudes here. My two most popular nudes are Field Fox in the shellac. It's a much more like cool toned beige type of a nude. And then I've got Satin Pajamas, which is a little bit warmer and very flattering on a lot of different skin tones. So these are my two most popular nudes. I have backups of these, so I haven't repurchased them because I didn't need to. I keep saying the same things over and over. Yeah. This one here was a holiday color. This was called Tinsel Toast. It's just a gold glitter. I don't even really need this. There's a little bit left, but I have a ton of golds, and I was like, there's not enough in here to even really do a couple of accent nails, so I decided just to turf it. I also have the gold VIP status empty. These I really like if you have a client that likes to do French, but they like a little shimmer over top. These are really nice. There's a silver VIP status, and then this is the gold VIP status. These go really nicely over the French because they're so subtle. It doesn't take away from the beauty of the white, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you put a chunkier glitter over a French and it just looks like speckled over top of the white. It's not very flattering. These are so subtle, they make really beautiful toppers on a French. I've got a couple of soft pinks here. Grapefruit Sparkle is a very popular pink shimmer. If you remember, I'm the only one that remembers these things, but once upon a time there was an OPI color called Princess's Rule, and this is an absolute dupe for that color. It's beautiful underneath the French. It's beautiful on its own if you just like something soft and sparkly. And then I have Blush Teddy, which is it's just a nude pink. It has a little bit of a peachy pink quality to it. It's very flattering on a lot of skin tones. It's a little bit more sheer, so you could do one coat for like a sheer pink, or you could do 2 coats if you want something with a little more opacity. This one here, Iced Coral, has never been popular. I do have another one because I was marrying them together. I've thought about decluttering this one. It's a peach with a green reflect in it, and it takes a very specific skin tone to wear this color. I don't know if you're seeing the green reflect on the brush there. It's just not that popular, you know? So because I had almost a full one up there, this one has a little bit left in it, so I just decided to be done with it. It'll go bad before I ever use it. Creekside is the most beautiful baby blue. It's so stunning. This looks so good in the summertime when you've got a little bit of color on your skin. In the spring, when we lean a little more towards the pastel colors, this is a beautiful, beautiful tone. And I find these pastel colors are very popular with the clients who prefer nudes. The pastels give you sort of a similar vibe to a nude without being the standard like beige or pink, you know? I've got a couple more vibrant ones here. I've got Electric Orange. This one I use more often just for nail art. It's not one that most people get all over the nail. I have a couple of clients that lean more towards the oranges. I do have a full one of this, so I've got one. I don't need to replace it, I have one. And then Lobster Roll, this is like a corally red. It's beautiful. I've had it, I've used it. I have clients that use it. But when I was looking at my swatch ring, I was like, you know, I do have other colors that are so similar to this. And where the shellacs come in such a small bottle, if I have something very comparable in the artistic, I am sort of leaning more in that direction, because a couple of sets of long nails with this and you're pretty much done the bottle. So I don't think I'm gonna replace this one right now anyways. Same goes for Shellac Ecstasy. This is a beautiful color. It really matches like my black and pink signs. It's really stunning. It's like a metallic, very vibrant, like magenta. I have a client that really loves this, but again, I was looking at my swatch rings and I was like, I have 3 other pinks that look almost identical to this that are in bigger bottles. So again, I don't think I'll replace this one right now. And then I've got Butterfly Queen. This is similar to the Garnet Glamour. This is like a burgundy sparkle. This is like a pink sparkle. So you can use it on its own, or what I like to do is layer it over top of something else to add some nice hot pink shimmer to the whole thing. It's really, really pretty. So I have repurchased that one. And then lastly, my clients asked for this one by name, but not by the name that it actually has. So this is Artistic Nail Design, and it's called Hear Me Roar. And my clients will ask for, can I have the Katy Perry pink? So that's what this is. Everybody asks for it by that name. It is just almost like a neon sort of pinky purple. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I actually have clients that will wear this even in the winter because it brings them joy. So I have obviously repurchased that one. It is on the shelf. It's a very popular color. So if you are looking for something in that sort of tone, I highly recommend this one. that's it. I felt like I gave you like a speed round of all of those colors. So that's it. That's all I used up. I just thought that you guys might enjoy seeing what colors have been used up, what colors I use more of sort of than others, and my thoughts on some of those colors. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more content like this. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.